Miami fans, my college football family, do we have a juicy stream tonight? Because there have been a lot of things that have went down over the last few days, especially today, the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday. Man, we got some hot topics tonight. Now, I would like to say that I hope that all you guys had a happy Thanksgiving, that you got to spend time with your families and just enjoy yourself, eat tons of food, be lazy, watch some NFL football, and I hope that you guys had a good day, and hopefully you get some time off. Hopefully you guys were off yesterday, you're off today, maybe off the weekend, so you can just spend some time relaxing, chilling, and just enjoying yourself, because everybody deserves some time off, right? So, man, at Coop interviews Lane Kiffin tonight. Hey, man, listen, don't give away all my secrets, WA, okay? We got some big things coming, all right? Don't spoil it. So I got to give a quick shout out to some people before we dive into the stream tonight. Shout out to DJ for the $1.99. He came through and said, "Let's go, Canes." Good to see you, DJ. And Canes Football Talk came through with 5 with no message. Canes Football Talk is in the building, though. And then we also had John Bird come through before the stream even started. My man, really good friend of mine. If you guys don't know him, yeah, of course you know him. John Bird is always in the building, also with a $5 donation. So thank you, John and DJ and Canes Football Talk. I will sit John and Canes Football Talk atop their throne here in just a few moments, right there for top donation on the night. What did I do with the kiddie pool? I left it out in the sun and it cracked, so I had to take it to the dump. That's been like 2 years ago, man. We got Edub Kane in the building. We got Nick Polly. Who else we got? We got Crip. We got Brantic. We got Phil B. We got Jordan. We got Mike Williams. Lee. We got, I'm looking. Who else is here? Who was here like super early? Jordan was. Canes Football Talk. Malik Beast was here. DJ was here. Man, you guys are pumped and ready to talk about this tonight. It's going to get heated. It's going to get heated because I'm going to disagree with a lot of you, and that's okay. You know that you're free to speak your opinion, and
this is what it takes.
It's going to get heated, okay? It's going to get heated.
On the side of your helmet.
What's up, Coop? Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving.
Raji, man, we got a three-way tie. We got a three-way tie for the top donation spot. Raji, thank you so much, man. I hope that you enjoyed your Thanksgiving as well. Is Manny fired yet? Not technically. Not technically. He's not. Is my hair still red? Yes, Phil, my hair is still red. It sure is. Now, you're not going to be able to see it in this light. I'll have to turn the top light on if you don't believe me. You guys saw me show it the other day. It's still red. All right. Orange and green blood in the building. We got Space Mountain. John coming through and breaking that three-way tie.
This is
Appreciate
what it
you,
takes.
John. Let me sit you up there, and then let's dive into this thing tonight.
On the side of your helmet.
Let's get into it, y'all.
Coop, love ya.
Hey, appreciate
this
you,
is
John.
what it takes.
I hope you had a good Thanksgiving, man.
To wear to you on the side of your helmet.
No,
Go Canes. Beat Duke.
Mike Williams, thank you for the 5, man. Yep, Canes Football Talk, John Bird going at it. Let me throw you up there, bro, before we dive in. Canes Football. Don't worry, guys. We're getting into it tonight, and I have some big things to talk about. I do, I promise. We are going to discuss the game. Oh, look how tiny that is, bro. Like, hold up. How am I going to do that? Let's fix that. Hold up. That ain't going to work. Like this? Will that fix it?
This is what it takes.
Maybe we do that?
To wear to you on the side
Heck,
of your
no, that
helmet.
looks goofy as heck,
I
man.
am always ways her to Coop hashtag SHOUTOUTTOJOHNBIRD.
You are always here. You sure are, man. Appreciate you. Here's what I'm going to do, bro. I'll tell you what. I'm going to let you guys share it. I'm going to split up the time between both of you because it just makes it too small. And I'm blind and I can't read it. So I'm going to split up the time. Okay? How about that? Thank you guys for the love. Thank you. I honestly, I love that I'm seeing some excitement on the stream tonight because I understand that a lot of it's not because of the Duke game, right? I know that it's not. I completely understand that. At this point, Miami's already bowl eligible, so we're not fighting for that. We already have 6 wins. But everyone really is here to talk about athletic director Manny Diaz, Rhett Lashlee accepting the SMU head coaching job. who is our athletic director? Has this search firm actually interviewed or talked to anyone? Is all of that just a bunch of BS and baloney and all fake because we already know? Is Alonzo Highsmith involved like we want him to be? Let's answer some of those questions tonight and talk about it. But I do, okay. I want to talk about the Miami-Duke game to kick off the stream, and then we're going to talk about the athletic director stuff and Rhett and Manny and all that stuff. Is that fair? Is that cool with y'all if we do that?
This is what it takes.
We're going to at least just talk about the Duke game for a few minutes.
On the side of your helmet.
For a minute.
All aboard the lane train.
Let's go, man. Where is it? I'm going to hold up.
To where the U.
I'm going to do it.
On the side
I'm going to
of
do
your
it.
helmet.
Duke has a football team, lol.
Josh.
This is what it takes.
Bro.
To where the U. On the side of your helmet.
It's bad, man.
Coop, I heard a rumor that me and you are coaching the bowl game. You ready? Game on.
So, Bergie, your sources are correct. Your sources being you and me, that you and I are coaching the game. Yes, you are correct. Bergie, thank you for the 5, man. Let me set WA atop his throne. He breaks the tie with the 25. Are you on it with me, WA? Woo! All aboard the freaking lane train, baby. Now I'll take Mario Cristobal. Let's not start that argument. But I'm definitely a fan of Lane Kiffin. Do I need to say that again? You guys already know that, right? So here we go. Let's get into the talks a little bit. Rip headphone users, right? I love it. The louder the better, man. So Miami versus Duke. Miami, we don't have a good record, right? We're currently sitting at 6-5, 4-3 in the ACC. We feel like it couldn't get any worse. But let's take a look at Duke for just a second. Their current regular season record is 3-8, 0-7 in the ACC. Winless. Out of all conferences, Duke is winless in the Coastal, y'all. And we know how big of a mess the Coastal is. And, oh, yeah, Coop, but Miami's in the Coastal. I know. It's a mess, isn't it? It's bad. I am going to have links for this game tomorrow, guys. It's going to be on the Bally Sports Media Regional Sports Network. Garbage, BS, mumbo jumbo. So it's tough to watch this game, but I will have links. So you'll want to tune into my stream and I can hook you up. It doesn't cost you a thing to be able to watch the game. It's going to be at 12:30 tomorrow at Wallace Wade Stadium. So our final regular season game for the Canes is an away matchup. So let's run over there real quick and take a look at the weather report as well for this game. We're going to take a look at the uniform combo and a couple of other things. It is, Jordan. I know. Bummer, man. I hate it. It's garbage. That Bally Sports Media and Regional Sports Network stuff, man, is just terrible. Doo-doo, what's going on, man? I'd love to donate, but oh, no, Bergie. You know, Bergie. Come on, Bergie. You of all people know you don't ever have to feel obligated to donate. You got back surgery scheduled. Okay, hopefully it's not as bad as I think, Bergie. It could be not as bad, right?
On the side of your helmet.
I hope UCF gets Miami in a bowl game. Gives UCF some momentum going into the 12.
This is what it takes.
Bro, listen, hear me out.
On the side of your helmet.
Hear me out.
ACC All Cupcake Conference.
You ain't wrong, Josh. Thank you for the 2, man. You ain't wrong. Zion, here's the thing. As much as I badmouth and talk Miami and am super critical, we will stomp UCF into the ground, bro. Into the ground. So anyways, weather report for tomorrow. What's going on, Birmingham Kane? Weather report for tomorrow, 12:30 kickoff. Looks like it's actually going to be a pretty good day for football. Maybe a little chilly for Canes fans, but close to the 50s, upper 40s at kickoff. Sunny, though. No chance of rain. Literally 0% chance of precipitation. So it's going to be a beautiful day tomorrow afternoon. Uniform combo, because we all know that that's what determines, the outcome of the game. Miami rocking the white over green, and Duke rocking the blue over the white. Okay. ESPN matchup predictor, we already looked at it. 90% chance of victory for the Canes, 9% chance for Duke. Huge underdogs in this one. Spread has Miami as a 21-point favorite.
Miami 48, Duke 23. Hurricanes gonna beat them down. Go Hurricanes.
That's pretty close. That's pretty close to my prediction as well, John. Thank you so. John going off tonight. Going off. Thank you so much for the love, John. I'm gonna show you my score prediction here in just a second, and it's really close. Now, hold up. I got to show you guys something about Alonzo Highsmith here in a moment, but we're not there yet. Whoa. Hold up, guys. Sit tight. We got 200 in the building. We're going to talk about these things. Let's just finish up the spiel about the Duke game. So the big thing, the big story going in tomorrow is that there is no big story. I know, right? Again, we've already reached bowl eligibility, so that's not an issue. Duke is obviously not going to get there. There's not a whole lot to play for tomorrow, especially for Duke, other than the fact that 4 guys who are potentially going to the NFL, or it's just their senior season and they can't come back, it's their final game. For Duke, for sure, it's their final game since there's no bowl game. But for Canes, it's their final regular season game. So there's honestly not a whole lot at stake tomorrow. I will say for us that 7-5 does sound better than 6-6. That wouldn't put us as a 50% team if we get the dub tomorrow. But again, Duke is bad. Really, really bad. And what puts a smile on my face is whenever I look at the statistic that says Duke is last in the ACC in passing yards allowed. Do you know what that means? We got our man TV dinner. Tyler Van Dyne. TVD. Back there running the show, man. So we could rack up some serious passing yards through the air against this Duke defense. I'm not worried about this Duke team at all. To be honest, I understand that I predicted kind of a big lead for us in the FSU game. But, you know, if I'm being honest, it was a rivalry game. FSU always plays us close. But, guys, Virginia, what were the numbers on Duke? I talked about this in the preview video, but nobody watched it because no one cares about the Miami-Duke game. Louisville put up 62 points on Duke, y'all. 62. Virginia Tech put up 48. So are you telling me, guys, there is no excuse for Miami to not put up 40-plus on Duke? Can we agree? Even considering the fact that most of our games have all been close this year. There's so many distractions for this Miami Hurricanes team. There is no excuse, just from a pure talent and athleticism point of view, why we shouldn't put up 40-plus on this Duke team. Who did Duke beat? Duke beat, let me take a look. Who did they beat? They beat Kansas. They beat Northwestern. And who else did they beat? North Carolina A&T Aggies. Yeah, who? Coop? Who'd they beat? Exactly. Duke has beaten absolutely no one. So there's no reason for us to take a loss here. No reason why we don't put up 40-plus. Keldon, what's up, man? So other than that, guys, that's really probably all that I wanted to discuss for the Miami versus Duke game, because I want to talk about this hot news that everybody's excited about. Well, some are excited about it. Some aren't. And we're going to kick it off with Rhett Lashlee accepting the head coaching job for SMU. Now, just hit me straight up with it real quick. How do you guys feel about Rhett Lashlee leaving? After 2 seasons at the University of Miami, he's got Tyler Van Dyke rolling. He's got Jake Garcia coming up behind him. Our quarterback room is stacked. He's got talent all over the field, fast, speedy wide receivers. It just kind of fits. And he leaves after 2 years. How do you feel about Rhett Lashlee? There's, a lot of us have criticized some of his play calling, although it is an upgrade over Dan Enos, what we had previously, an upgrade over Mark Richt. It's still been questionable at times. But here's the deal. You cannot throw shade at the dude, because you have to understand that a lot of people are in the game trying to work their way up to head coaching status. So you cannot blame the man for providing for his family and getting that pay raise, taking that higher up position. You can't blame him. He gets to run the show over at SMU. And here's the reality of the situation. Everything is a question mark at Miami next year, is it not? We have a new athletic director, guys. Is anyone safe? They absolutely are not. No one is safe going into next season. So him going ahead and accepting that SMU job is job security. He knows he has a job. He's going to work at a new place that guarantees him a job. Pay raise. It provides more for his family. He's the head honcho. He's the number one guy. Honestly, it just makes sense. So I don't want to see anybody throwing shade at Rhett Lashlee over accepting the job. If you have an opportunity to take a better paying position where you work, most likely you're going to take it. Let's just be real. So I don't blame him at all for leaving. And he is absolutely leaving for SMU. Now, what I wanted to talk about tonight, guys. Oh, yes. Okay, let's talk about this for a second. Alonzo Highsmith. As we know, someone that is rumored to have some sort of position at the University of Miami this year, but we don't know exactly what. Is it going to be AD, even though he doesn't have athletic director experience? Is it going to be, head over football operations or some type of football manager position? Alonzo Highsmith tweeted earlier today, "Best of luck to you, Rhett Lashlee," and tagged Rhett Lashlee. Now, here's what's funny. He has since deleted that tweet. Why? Why did Alonzo Highsmith tweet out earlier today, "Best of luck to you, Rhett Lashlee," and then delete it? You want to know why? I personally think this is probably thinking way too much about it. I'm really putting too much thought into this. There's a reason, though, why I think Alonzo Highsmith tweeted that, and then he deleted it. Lax Max, guys, just nailed it. 50 points to Lax Max. Lax Max said because he can't tweet stuff like that working for the program. Why? Alonzo Highsmith is going to be or has accepted a job at the University of Miami, and no one knows that officially yet. Has that been officially put out anywhere? It hasn't. So Alonzo Highsmith is tweeting that out almost like, hey, I work here at the university. I'm wishing a fellow coworker luck in their next job. Maybe I'm thinking way too much into it. But in my opinion, that's what that screams to me. So people started commenting on it like, hey, bro, like, are you the AD? Are you working with Miami now? And he deleted it. Alonzo Highsmith, guys, is either already a part of the staff at the University of Miami or he has been given the green light and he knows that he will be. That's what I think. I could be way off in left field, guys, but I love speculating on this one because this is something that's exciting. I don't have anything to back that up, but I'm just saying that's what it looks like to me. It doesn't make sense to tweet that out and then turn around and back up and delete it. That's just my opinion. Somebody, let's see, Robert said, right, he knows Manny is done. Firefighter Kane said, I don't know, Coop, maybe. Let's see. What else we got? John Hernandez says, clean house. Firefighter Kane says he earned it. He did earn it, I think. So that's what I think anyways. I have a question for you guys. I want to poll you. I want to ask. Is the Duke game Manny Diaz's last game? Yes or no? Is it his last game? Yes or no? There are actually people, guys, there are people in my community and on social media that believe that Manny Diaz, with all their heart, will be retained going into the 2022 season. And I don't have any concrete facts. All I can do is speculate and give you my opinion and go off of information that has been fed to me, but I always take it with a grain of salt. But I have plenty of reasons why there is no way, guys. There is a 0% chance that Manny Diaz is retained going into 2022. The Duke game will be Manny Diaz's potential last game. I think it will be his last game. I don't think that he coaches the bowl game. I actually think that they go ahead and kickstart this head coaching search, athletic director search, whatever you want to call it, even though some phone calls have already been made. People have already been reaching out. We've been gauging interest. I think that they can him officially after the Duke game. And that's just my opinion. And I just wanted to see how you guys felt about it. I think that Lashley going to SMU and accepting that head coaching job is just even more of these puzzle pieces falling into place, guys. Think about it. Because in what scenario, in what world would a new athletic director come in, retain Manny Diaz going into next year, knowing that Manny would have to hire a new offensive coordinator? And you already know that you're taking a chance on Manny, right? There's already been so much criticism and so much mediocrity there. Everybody wants him gone. There's all this backlash. And you kick off your career at the University of Miami as the athletic director, and you say, we're going to give him one more year, knowing that he has to hire a new offensive coordinator. What comes with another offensive coordinator? Another contract. Well, then if you turn around and can Manny at the end of 2022, then what? Then we have to pay another buyout for an offensive coordinator that we also have to fire after he was only here one season? I think this is just more of the puzzle pieces falling into place, and I think that this just pushes that specific agenda even more, that Manny Diaz is going to be let go at the end of the season. Maybe he does coach the bowl game. I don't know for sure. But I think that after the Duke game, he's canned, and we jumpstart this AD hire and head coaching hire. And that's just my opinion. But we rich though. Well, there's some money in there. There's some money being tossed around, 100%. David, what's good, man? Who will be the OC for the bowl game? We're just going to have interim and assistant people step up is what we're going to have to do. I do know that Lashley will be coaching tomorrow for the Duke game, but I'm guessing after that, bro, that's probably going to be it, because depending on when our bowl game is going to be, does he hang around for several more weeks? You're ready to get started, man, at your new head coaching position. So,
This is what
Joshua, what's good, man?
To wear the U on the side of your helmet.
It's best to secure a new job before you get kicked out the house.
Boom. Exactly, Kane Life. It was the smart move. Smart man. Exactly. Thank you so much for the 5, bro. Thank you so much. I also want to then ask you guys this. Who do you think is going to be our athletic director? We've had this discussion a million times, guys. We've thrown names around. Not who do you want. Who do you think our athletic director will be? I already said Coop, and I got the bowl game on lockdown. I mean, I literally just posted it. Wait, what'd you say, Bergie? Hold on. I'm looking. You got the bowl game on lockdown. Yes, I see yes. Doesn't Highsmith have to leave his position in Seattle to take the Miami job? Yes. Has he left? I don't see anything saying he has left Seattle as of yet. Any links? So, no, I don't have any links saying that Alonzo Highsmith has left Seattle. But the thing is I think that all this is going to have the official announcements for all this. You guys know I'm not like a rumor guy or an insider guy. But I'm just thinking that all the official announcements for this stuff is going to be bing, bang, boom. Like, it's all going to come out all at once, and it's going to happen very quickly. Because a lot of things have definitely been going on behind the scenes. Like, think about it, guys. We needed to get a head start on the AD and potentially the head coaching search, didn't we? We can't wait until things are official. I'm just being honest. Now, we don't know if we officially have an athletic director right now, but LSU is looking for a head coach. USC is looking for a head coach. Guys, Florida is looking for a head coach. You don't think that those are going to be schools that are going to be competing for some of the same guys that we want? They are. So with that being said, we can't sit back and be lazy about it and say, well, everything has to be official first. No. You tell it that there have been some phone calls that have been made. There have been some conversations going down behind the scenes, engaging some interest in talking with people, some meetings. Things have happened. So I'm saying that there are a lot of people that are already in mind, have potentially even been interviewed, and could be kind of just on standby, basically waiting for everything to end, because Manny's buyout drops after tomorrow. Well, a smart businessman would wait. I think it's like $1 million or $2 million. So yes, it would be smart to wait so we can take that money, those extra funds, and apply that towards athletic director, new head coach, new staff, whatever. We need to save every stinking penny we can, because do you want to know who the people up top are going to push for? Do you want to know who target numero uno is as our new head coach, they're going to push for Mario Cristobal. It's not just rumors. It's not just talks on forums and social media. They want Mario Cristobal. 100%. Who is this robot in here? Hold on, guys. We're trying to have a conversation here, and we got some kind of robot in here trying to spam some kind of... What in the world? Hold on. They're going to go for Mario. It makes too much sense. Now, will they get Mario? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know, because so many things have to fall in place to get Mario. It's more than just money. He's going to need everyone in the athletic department to be backing him, and he's going to want a dream team there. He's going to want to be given a lot of resources. He's going to want to be able to hire the guys that he wants. He's going to need to see some facility upgrades. He's going to need some promises made to him, and some big ones. Plus, there's also some issues with Nike and some other stuff with Cristobal. So every little thing would have to fall into place. There's a lot of details to get Mario. However, I do think that they push for Mario. They want Mario. Who do I think would be a more realistic option that would be an easier get, even though it's still a dream guy for me, would be Lane Kiffin. Mario wants to come to Miami. I honestly, I don't doubt it at all. I think that Mario Cristobal wants to be at Miami. This might be his last chance to come back to Miami. Think about it, guys. He's not going to coach forever. This could be the perfect storm. This might be his last chance. So don't think that he's just going to look over it like, let's say, we send him, all right? We send Mario a letter, okay? Snail mail, even though we don't do this anymore. We send Mario a letter. Are you interested? We're just filling it out, right? Right here. We're just filling it out, okay? We send Mario Cristobal a letter. Are you interested? From Miami. The letter comes across his desk and he says, do you think he's going to do that? No. He is going to sit there and he's going to be like, well, what if? What if the money's right? What if I could be around my family more? Because they already live in South Florida. What if I could go back to my alma mater? What if they built statues of me on campus at the University of Miami because I win them their first ACC championship? What if? He's going to have all these things circling around in his head, and he will absolutely consider it. The issue is all of the little things that have to be perfect to get him. That's the thing. So Lane Kiffin, I think, is actually more realistic. He's expressed interest in the past. I think he's interested this time. And we could also get Lane Kiffin. He's the QB whisperer. Imagine Lane Kiffin with Tyler Van Dyke and Jake Garcia. But again, I've made it known multiple times. I would be fine with Mario or Lane Kiffin. It's 1A, 1B. I don't care. I'll take either one of them. It does not matter to me personally. But I'm just saying, Alan says build a stadium before statues. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm just saying Mario Cristobal is target number one, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Even if the hire ends up being someone else, they approached Mario and they made him an offer. Maybe he just turned it down. Or maybe he accepts. I don't know. Never underestimate the power of location, money, and family. Not in that order. I'm just saying.
This is what it takes
Let's see what Lax Max has to say.
to wear the U on the side of your helmet.
We can get Mario, but everything has to go perfectly.
Yep.
If we want Lane, we call him with a respectable offer, and I think he's on a flight right
Lax
away.
Max, man, we are on the same wavelength tonight, bro. Like 100%. You just summed that up perfectly for me, right? All this hashtag hotty toddy and all this crazy nonsense. Well, Lane Kiffin is still employed at Ole Miss. He's doing his job. Miami calls him. He hops on the plane. He's moving his family down the next day. 100%. Mario Cristobal will be the next head coach. I'll be happy. I will. Uncle Luke says Lane wants the Miami job. He 100% does. He wanted it last time, and he wants it this time. 100%. Bergie says, for any of this to happen, then the rumors of more money being infused is true because it's going to take it'll take a lot of upfront cash to get Mario or Lane here with the quality staff behind them. And you bring up a good point, Bergie, because it's more than just the head coach. I know, Coop, this is common sense, but just think about it. Mario's going to want his staff. Lane's going to want his staff. And they're not going to settle for Miami being like, well, we already allocated this chunk of funds over to basketball. Or we already allocated this amount of funds, this chunk over here to some type of new medical research facility. No, they're not going to put up with that. They're going to want to get the dream team together. They're going to want who they want, and they're not going to take no for an answer. And they're going to have to make sure that Miami is willing to go that far with this thing, to take football to the next level. And if they're not, then they're not going to take it. We'll have to settle. And settling is what we can't do on this hire. We cannot settle. Adidas has not won a natty. Okay. I mean, still at the end of the day, what you wear doesn't truly determine the outcome of the game. I get what you're saying, statistically speaking, right? I know. That darn medical research facility, Cypher, always getting in the way of national championships at Miami. That's what I'm going to start blaming it on. If they wouldn't have built that medical facility, that new hospital, man. That new hospital, bro. Preventing another national championship. Guys, it's a joke. Guys, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. Nobody clip that and take it out of context. But I do think what makes me lean a little bit more towards the Mario side, one small factor, is the fact that Oregon, being out of the playoffs after they took that loss, right? Because if Mario pushes Oregon to the playoffs and they potentially compete for a national championship, dare I say win it, I don't think anyone's taking down Georgia, but I'm just playing hypothetical here, then how could you truly leave? Just be honest. Even if the money was right, the location was right, all the resources were there, the right people were involved. If you just won a national championship, or you just took your team to the national championship and actually competed, bro, it'd be hard to leave. It'd be tough to walk away from that. But you kick them out of that. QB play is looking mediocre for Oregon. Look at what we have going on for us at Miami with TVD and Jake Garcia. There's a lot of positives. There's some big reasons to potentially consider Miami if everything falls into place and the right people are involved. Who was it? We had that guy come forward, Ruiz. Was that his name, guys? That said he's willing to invest kind of whatever it takes to help out Miami Hurricanes sports.
This is what it takes.
Specifically football.
What
was this dude, a multi-billionaire?
Your helmet.
Lincoln Riley to LSU.
Interesting, Josh. Okay. Interesting. Thank you for the two, man. I think that the same people that we are talking about are going to be considered for those, though. For those jobs, right? LSU and some of the other big-time schools. Jeff Lynn, if interested, I will send you the confirmation. What was the confirmation? What was the confirmation, Jeff? I'm looking. So things are going to continue to heat up for us, guys. And think of it right now, though, even though we're arguing about it and not everyone's on the same page, it's super exciting times for Miami Hurricanes fans because we know we're getting a new athletic director, which, by the way, I believe you saw my official prediction, right? I posted my official athletic director hire position or athletic director hire video, a week ago. And my official prediction was Tom Jurich. And I openly admit that he was not on my list before until I really looked at his history and said this makes too much sense. No buyout, worked in the ACC, worked with Adidas, was cleared of the scandal stuff, all the recruiting mumbo jumbo that went down with the FBI investigation. It makes too much sense for Miami to hire that guy. So Tom Jurich, AD, Alonzo in some type of role. Alonzo will be here in some type of role, 100%.
This is what it takes.
And then they assemble the Avengers and they push for Mario.
When Mario comes to Miami, expect Alex Mirabel to follow. Lots of ties in Miami for both coaches. Read about Alex and where he's been in South Florida. Some interesting stuff.
Kerry Bell, thank you for the $10 donation, my man. Thank you for the love and the support. I hope that you enjoyed your Thanksgiving yesterday, bro. And bro, I don't need to say nothing, right? I know it's possible. It is possible, 100%. So that's what I personally think will go down. Does that mean that, again, that everything comes together and that actually works out? No, because sometimes life just sucks. Sometimes things don't go your way, and you don't always get what you want. But that's what the push, in my opinion, is going to be. Now, here's the question, though, guys. Here's something that I haven't seen a whole lot of people talking about. With a new athletic director coming in, with a new head coach and new staff coming in, there's a lot of uncertainty there, right? So we're hype as fans because we were over Blake James. We're excited that Manny is going to be let go. I know it's not official, guys, but I'm just saying. You know, we're excited about the possibilities. What could happen? Things have got to be looking up and better for us, right? But with all the uncertainty that is involved when it comes to a complete overhaul and rebuild like this, does anyone else hit the transfer portal? Does anybody big hit the transfer portal? Because there are talks of, I've seen this on social media, but I just really don't see it, of people talking about either TVD or Jake Garcia bailing. Because one of those guys is going to be QB number one, and the other guy's going to ride the bench unless the top guy gets injured. Our running back room is stacked, guys. Jalen Knighton, Don Chaney
This
Jr.,
is what it take
Cody Brown, Thad
to win
Franklin.
on the side of
Did
your
any of these
helmet.
big players transfer?
FSU 31, Miami 28.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you for the reminder of the, yes, I will acknowledge the donation. Thank you for the two, man. Thank you. How about Dan Mullen? That's a joke, right? That's a joke, right? TVD is QB1. Oh, yeah. I mean, Jake Garcia has to win that job back from Tyler Van Dyke because Tyler Van Dyke proved him. I mean, bro, literally, do we remember how many times so far Tyler Van Dyke has been nominated for ACC Player of the Week? What are we going on? 5 consecutive games of 300-plus yards and 3 touchdowns per game? That's huge. You don't just instantly bench that guy because Jake Garcia is the talk of the town, right? And I'm not downplaying Jake Garcia at all. A good AD and coach might keep them around. And see, the thing is that's the point I was going to make, Cypher, is that I think that they stay if we make big-time hires, right? It's a little different if we hire in these names and the players are like, who is that? Who's that guy? Oh, yeah, we're promising all these great things, but he's coming over from where? But if you're getting a Mario Cristobal or a Lane Kiffin, if you're bringing in a proven AD, if you're getting Alonzo Highsmith involved, I don't see a lot of transfers, man.
Miami 52, FSU 10.
Terry, I like you firing back, man. Oh, I love it. I love some Miami versus FSU nonsense going down in the live chat, man. Thank you so much, Terry. FSU fans, y'all, are so worried about all these things that are going down at Miami that they're in here trolling our chat instead of worrying about trying to make a bowl game by beating Florida tomorrow. They are that worried about Miami. We're making waves, guys, and we haven't even made any official announcements yet. Think about that. But I can't stress enough, guys, how important these next couple of weeks are. And I know that you already know that. We all know that. But I want to make sure that it's such a balancing act right now. Because in a way, time is against us. We already know that all these other big-time schools are reaching out to head coaches because they already fired their head coach. We technically, officially, still have Manny Diaz employed at the University of Miami. Now, like I said, don't mistake it. There have been some phone calls that have been made and people reaching out, but they could be a step or two ahead of us. Same goes for the athletic director position and other people on the coaching staff. But here's my issue. We also can't rush this hire, because it has to be the right one. There's all these things are coming together for us this one time, guys, for once. People coming in and committing more money. We're going to have more resources than ever. But at the same time, we can't rush this. But time is against us because we're competing with all these other big-time schools. So, man, it is going to get wild these next couple of weeks. Now, I'm not going to make an official prediction on the head coaching hire just because I know they want Mario, and I know they're pushing for Mario. But I'm going to have to see once we officially announce our athletic director,
this is what it
if
takes.
Alonzo Highsmith is involved
To
and in
you
what way,
on the side of
and
your
then we'll
helmet.
talk about a head
FSU
coaching
15
position.
ACC Championships Miami won Coastal Division.
He's got to come in here and speak his piece, guys, because FSU beat us, and FSU didn't win a whole lot of games this year. So Miami versus FSU was their replacement game for a conference championship and their replacement game for a national championship. So they're going to boast and they're going to brag a little bit. So do your thing, Ed. Do your thing, man. Appreciate the two, bro. What about Cincinnati's head coach? So Luke Fickell is in my top 5. But I really think it's got to be Mario or Lane. I'm not saying that I wouldn't settle for someone else, but I don't want to have to settle. That's what we keep pushing. I don't want to have to settle. So to sum it all up, guys, what we can do is we can open up the phone line because we've got over 300 people in here. Rhett Lashlee accepting the head coaching position at SMU. Everything will be made official. Just give it a little bit of time. Kind of is the puzzle pieces falling into place for Manny Diaz getting canned because it just makes too much sense. Manny probably getting canned after the Duke game. Maybe he gets to coach the bowl game. Maybe he doesn't, but it's highly unlikely. And then official prediction for AD, Tom Jurich, Alonzo Highsmith definitely involved. Tweets about Rhett Lashley, deletes
Miami
it.
5 Natty FSWH03.
I know, true, Bergie, true. If he wants to keep bragging, man, if he does, cool, Joshua, thank you for the 5, man. Firing back at these FSU fans. I love it, man. What do you think of Charlie Strong? I mean, I'm not completely opposed to Charlie Strong. Obviously, not at you don't mean like head coach, right? Are you talking like DC or some type of coordinator position or something like that? I mean, I'm not opposed to Charlie Strong completely. Not as like head coach or anything, but I don't think that's what you meant. So, you liked it? You liked the song? Gmailings? You liked it? But man, you guys know where I stand. You know where I stand, that I'm all aboard the Lane train, but Mario's fine. Mario's fine too, man. He is. Let's see what else we got. He did the right thing. Yeah. Is Rhett coaching the bowl game? We don't know yet, Wesley. He's definitely coaching tomorrow. 100%. Like hold on. I really just find it so funny. My main talking point tonight was Alonzo Highsmith tweeting the good luck wishes to Rhett Lashlee and deleting it. That was my biggest talking point, honestly, tonight, because I just think that speaks volumes. I think that tells you Alonzo Highsmith, like I said, is either already on the staff or he's been guaranteed or promised a position or something along those lines, because there's no reason for him to tweet that and then delete it. There's not. The thing is, guys, is the Rhett Lashlee stuff is not official, but Rhett Lashlee is leaving to coach SMU. Like, go literally, guys, go to Google and type in Rhett Lashlee here, because I know a lot of people are in here saying like, Coop, what are you doing? Why are you running with this? Because you don't normally go off of rumors and stuff. CBS Sports, SMU to hire Rhett Lashlee. Miami Herald, OC, Rhett Lashlee leaving Miami Hurricanes to take over as coach at SMU. 24/7 Sports, this one says sources, SMU hiring Miami OC Rhett Lashlee. Brett McMurphy, SMU's Sonny Dykes is headed to TCU, and Miami former SMU OC Rhett Lashlee will replace. Huge congrats to Rhett Lashlee. He's going to kill it at SMU. He would be absolutely stupid to not take it. And that's coming from a Miami Hurricanes fan. Like I said, with all the uncertainty surrounding the program, even if you guys and myself see it as positives, you don't know if you're going to retain your job next year. So if you have an opportunity to jump ship now, especially when it's an upgrade and a pay raise, you take it. You take it. I mean, that's true, Bergie. That's true. That's also that's another possibility. Yeah, it doesn't mean that I'm right on what I'm guessing with it, but I would like to think that that's possibly what maybe happened. Caleb Morris says, Coop, we suck again. Well, I'm looking ahead, man. I'm trying to look ahead, Caleb. So what I'm going to do now at this point, guys, we talked about the Miami versus Duke game tomorrow. I will have links for you guys. My official score prediction, 44-20. Don't forget that it's going to be on Regional Sports Network or Bally Sports Media or whatever. So if you need a link, I got you. We talked about athletic director stuff, Manny getting canned, Rhett Lashlee leaving for SMU, Alonzo Highsmith, Mario, Lane. We talked about all of it. I spoke my piece on it, but what I would like to do is open up the phone lines for you guys. But what makes this stream a little interesting is because it's the night before stream. So it's Miami versus Duke talk. But nobody's going to want to talk about that. Let's just be honest. They're not. So if you want to call in and talk about the athletic director stuff or the head coaching stuff or Rhett Lashlee, call in. Just let me know what you want to talk about, what you want to discuss, what you want to debate. Maybe you disagree with me. Maybe you want to tell me I'm wrong about wanting Lane Kiffin. Are you guys against Lane Kiffin coming to Miami? Yes or no? I'm going to ask again. I'm just going to keep polling you guys tonight. Are you against Lane Kiffin coming to Miami? Because I feel like I am in the minority. I'm not asking do you prefer Mario. I'm asking if Mario turned it down and the next man up was Miami offering Lane Kiffin, would you be pissed? That's what I'm asking. I just want to know. Because every time I post a video about Lane Kiffin, I get nothing but hate on it. Every time I post about Lane Kiffin on Twitter, everyone tells me I'm stupid. I'm just curious. And that's okay. That's why I tell you guys. That's why I tell you guys to speak your mind. Even if you're the minority, if no one else agrees with you, stand firm on what you believe. Now, keep an open mind, though, and be willing to entertain and listen to others. Put yourself in their shoes. Listen to their point of view. But I'm just telling you that Lane Kiffin is right up there with Mario for me. 100%. And I already made a video telling you why I think that he would stay here longer than what most of you believe. So I don't even need to dive into it and explain it. Okay, I want to see something. Real quick. Someone sent me a DM, so I'm checking it. Okay, so you DM'd Alonzo Highsmith straight up, bro. Okay. And he responded. Okay. I will not share that information, and I didn't reveal anything by saying what I just said. I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay. Okay, let me see what you guys say about Lane. All right, let me see how much you guys are dogging me and trashing me. Let's see. Randy says Lane first. Okay. Firefighter Kane says anyone but Manny. Braves Kane's 36 is aboard the Lane train with me. Let's go. Edub Kane says no. Why no, though? Why no to Lane Kiffin? Get the siren ready tomorrow. It's lubed up, bro. It's ready to go. Let's see. And I know what you mean, man. G, when you're talking about Lashley making dumb moves, but not sure how much of it was Manny. I mean, it's possible. It is. Kiffin is number 4 option. Who's your 1, 2, and 3, Cavalier? What do you mean? Bring in Lane over Mario. Okay, Henry's on the same page. Nope from Ken. No from William. Let's go Lane train. Bidu Miami's on the Lane train. Kane Thing 24 says no. Why? Give me some meat on the bone. Why? Rich Wright wants Lane. Jurich, Zoe, and Mario to the U. I can totally get behind that, Robert. 100%. Let's see. Kane's Football Talk says no. What else we got? Lane first. Doodoo says not at all. First pick Lane. Okay, so we're still in the minority, guys. You're not opposed to Lane. Okay, I got you, Edub. I got you. Better option than Manny. Yeah, now the thing is, though, Eric, when we say anything's better than Manny, be careful what you wish for. Because we say anything is better than Miami, but hold up a minute. Is it really? Is it really, though? There are some potential downgrades, and I know that's tough to say. But once again, the number one thing is let's not settle. Fans can voice their opinions loud and proud. We've flown the banners. They hear the talk. They see. Guys, Kane's Twitter is on an entirely different level than any other fan base. Now, I don't always recommend going to Twitter because a lot of times it's just a cesspool. I'm just being straight up honest with you guys. And I'm over on Twitter all the time. So I can say this. But Kane's Twitter is something else, bro. We make so much noise over on Twitter. And there's so many, alumni and big people on Twitter. Everybody has a Twitter. Rhett Lashlee has a Twitter. Kirk Herbstreit has a Twitter. Alonzo Highsmith has a Twitter. Everybody's got a Twitter. So they see these things. Players have Twitter. We can make a lot of noise, and they hear our voices, especially collectively when we come together. But if you had a choice, you want Mario, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, I see your standpoint on that. I do. When it comes to those two. If you want to argue for Mario over Lane, you're good. You're good. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. Because like I said, I would take that too. It's just when people say Lane Kiffin is not an option for me, Coop. Lane Kiffin is just going to leave us after 2 years. Lane Kiffin will have us on probation. Why? Hold up. Before I open up the phone line. Why do you believe that Lane Kiffin would have us on probation? Someone tell me why. Someone tell me why. I need to know why you think Lane Kiffin will have us on probation. Because no one has given me a good reason as to why they think that. Has he done something that I'm not aware of at Ole Miss? Did he do something that I'm not aware of at FAU? I was going to sit here and wait. Somebody tell me. Even if that's not where you stand, someone please tell me why they think that Lane would have us on probation and what kind of rules he's going to break. What has he done? What has he done over the last 5 years that makes you feel that way? I don't want to look. I don't want you to tell me what he did 10 or 15 years ago. I'm talking within 5 years.
Kiffin's offense is really good.
Yeah.
However, his defense is suspect. Lane's average margin of victory is 10 to 15 PTS. If his offense goes against a good D, it could mean losses. A solid D is what Miami is.
His defense suspect. And I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I can't argue against that. Average margin of victory is 10 to 15 points. If his offense goes against a good D, it could mean losses. Now, the only thing is, though, Norman, what about Lane in the ACC as opposed to the SEC? How do you feel about that?
This is what it takes.
Thank you so much for the 10, Norman. And I will not. You make a good point. You do.
You're getting Ed Orgeron, your old coach, back.
No. You're just being funny. Now you're just throwing jokes in there, bro. Thank you for the 2, though. I'm going to take Bergie's advice and say thank you. Thank you. Because people say stuff to rationalize what they want to believe. Exactly. You're right. That's a false narrative. He just held the offensive genius to 13 last night. Okay, actually, you know what? Let's go look at the final score of that game. Let's go look at that, actually. Where is it? So they did take I didn't get to watch it. Because I was busy with family and stuff yesterday. So Ole Miss took down Mississippi State 31-21. But are you talking about a different game? Which one were you talking about? Held the offensive genius to 13. Which one are you talking about, Revley? But it would be a little bit of a different scenario. It's a different level of competition, especially when discussing the Coastal. So I think even with their downfalls and shortcomings and things that they haven't done perfectly where they are located at right now, I think that Mario Cristobal or Lane Kiffin could win us, not just compete, could win us an ACC championship in under 3 years. I do believe that, actually. And it's not me just trying to think with my Canes pride. I just feel like that once they come over to the ACC, I think that winning the Coastal would be no problem. and we could, with the way that the ACC is shaping up in general. I mean, look at who's going to be representing the Coastal this year. We beat them. Who was it that made that tweet? Let me find that tweet. This is pitiful, man. This actually pisses me off so bad whenever I see this. It was a Tim Reynolds tweet. Tim Reynolds makes me mad sometimes too. I'm going to be honest, but let me show you his tweet. It's true.
Check your Twitter.
All right, Birmingham Kane. Did you DM me? Let me find his. I can't argue with this, and oh, it makes me so mad. Look at this. Tim Reynolds says, "Make it make sense." 2017, Miami wins the Coastal. Now, of course, we got just curb stomped by Clemson in the ACC championship game. I was there. 2018, Miami beat the team that won the Coastal. 2019, Manny Diaz begins his career. Miami beat the team that won the Coastal. What? 2020, the COVID season. Miami had the best record of Coastal teams, but there was no Coastal. 2021, Miami beat the team that won the Coastal. That's so frustrating, man. That's so frustrating. And you know what that shows? That shows how inconsistent we are. How poorly prepared we are from week to week. And you know what that screams? Coaching. And when you bring in someone who's used to coaching at an entirely different level, like Mario Cristobal, he's not perfect. Like Lane Kiffin, he's not perfect. But we're right there. We're right there. Especially in a conference, the Coastal specifically. You can't necessarily include all of the ACC in it because, up until this point, Clemson has been pretty dominant, right? Wake Forest has done okay this year. But especially the Coastal, it's a doo-doo conference, man. Straight garbage. Dumpster fire. Year after year. When you bring in someone like Mario or Lane, and you're going to argue and tell me that they can't consistently win the Coastal, you're crazy. We're so close. So that's why I keep saying to not settle on this hire and to not rush it. Because we're so close, and if we can make the right hire, we have big things ahead. 100%. Would you leave Oregon? Okay? Now, that's such a tough question to answer, right, Raji? And I understand why you're asking it, and I like that you're asking it. Would I leave Oregon? The only way that I would leave Oregon if I was in Mario Cristobal's shoes is the things that we talked about. The money would have to be right. I'm being honest. Even if you love Miami, everybody has to have money. You got to pay your bills, right? You got to provide for your family. Pay for your house. Put food on your table. The money would have to be right. The location is already right. If you like South Florida, if you like beaches and the sunshine. But for me, still, it comes down to they would have to promise me. I would probably need it in writing. I'm just going to be honest. A straight-up handshake ain't going to do it in 2021 or 2022. That doesn't matter anymore. I would need it in writing that they're going to give me whatever resources I need. Obviously, within reason. You're not going to be like, okay, I need $2 billion to build up Miami facilities and hire my coaches. Like, let's just be real, right? But I'm saying, within reason, I have the resources that I am going to need. And you're going to let me make some of those decisions. Let me bring the staff in that I want and work with me with these facilities to help take us to the next level. If all of those things fall into place, and I'm in Mario's specific shoes, that's where I went to school. I have coached there before. I've been there. I do think I would leave Oregon. Yeah. I do think that I would. And that's me trying to actually use my brain and not just think with my heart. But that's just me personally. Stoops is someone not getting, $2 billion. I was trying to be funny, Knox Kane. Obviously, you're not getting $2 billion. Like, nobody's getting $2 billion. I'm just saying. That was just me being funny. I'm bad at being sarcastic sometimes. But the thing is, Raji, is there's a very good argument for him to stay. He feels like he's building a championship caliber team over at Oregon. They love him over there. The school loves him. The fans love him. Nike loves him. He's rolling in the dough. They have amazing facilities that are light years ahead of what we have. So it will be tough to pry him away from there. It will be. We talked about there's so many little things that need to line up. But is it impossible to get Mario from Oregon? Nope. Sure isn't. Nothing's impossible. I can promise you that. Don't forget Mario has an agent, and if you think he's going to shortchange his client, you're dead wrong. You're right. You're right. What about Stoops? Now, if we're talking about Stoops from Kentucky, he could also be on the list. Fickle could be on the list. Stoops could be on the list. Mario and Kiffin are also on the list. But I don't know about that number 5 guy. Because, again, with me not wanting to settle, I don't even want to put a number 5 guy on the list. You know what I mean? I know that there's other big-time schools looking for coaches, but if we could make the right offer, if we're making waves, then I feel like we could get any of those guys that we want. December 17, 2020, a new 6-year, $27 million contract for Cristobal was approved on Thursday by the Executive and Audit Committee of the University of Oregon. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we can, if we're being serious about this, then we can match base salary that Oregon is offering. I don't know about all these extra things. But base salary-wise, if we were being serious, guys, we're going to have to spend more than $3 million a year if we want a real head coach. If we want a guy that's not learning on the job. We have got to, what's Manny getting? What was he getting right now? Like 3.1? We're going to have, guys, base $5 to $5.5 million, in my opinion, if we're going to get a real head coach in here. And we're going to have to pony up and cut the check. Clemson is hitting their stride right now. I mean, they have been improving. Yep. Yeah, I feel like we need $5 million plus. Yep, new entry level. Boom, nailed it. So let me get the phone line open up though. I was trying to check where someone said they messaged me. Did someone? Okay, here we go. Message request. I ain't opening that. All right, nope. Nope. All right, let me get the phone line open up. Let me get the phone line open up for y'all. How about Sarkeesian? I don't know. Let me think on that, Alex. Let me think on that. What if Manny actually just convinced them that it's Blake's fault we suck and to hire the AD he wants? I'm going to laugh to keep myself from crying. All right. I'm not even going to, no. I don't even want to put that in my brain again, Brace. That's funny. Read my comment. Let's see. Johnny. Where you at, Johnny? You might.
This is what it takes.
If the rumor is true of Lincoln Riley going to LSU for $11 million a year, then
What's up, Coop? Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Go Canes.
I'm going to be honest, Johnny. I hope that's wrong because, yeah, that changes the game. If you start offering coaches that kind of money. I sure hope not. I hope not, bro. Don, I hope that you had a good Thanksgiving as well. Hope you got to spend time with family and relax. And honestly, I hope that you're off for several days, man. Thank you for sharing a piece of the pie with me, Don. Thank you for the 5, man. No, I know. Manny doesn't really have any pull, guys. He doesn't. We're just making jokes, guys. We're enjoying ourselves. $5 to $6 million per year is realistic for Mario. Would you give him a 5 to 7 year contract? Even with Mario Cristobal, no more than 5 years. Lane Kiffin, guys, I'm a huge Lane Kiffin fan. You see me preaching about it constantly and spamming it on Twitter. I'm not giving Lane more than a 5-year contract. I'm not. Sorry, I'm just not. I want a long-term guy, but let me get the phone line open up. Like I said, guys, if you're just tuning in, feel free to go back in the stream and check out where we talked about athletic director stuff. We talked about Rhett Lashlee leaving. We talked about Manny Diaz. We talked about the whole shebang. We even talked about the Duke game. But at this point in the stream, I'm not going to keep repeating the same stuff. I want to get the phone line opened up so I can discuss it one-on-one with some of you guys.
This is what it takes.
And we can talk about the game or any of the other stuff at Miami.
On the side of your helmet.
Manny is not going anywhere. Jeff Lebby to Miami.
This is what
Wait,
it
what
takes.
do you mean? Are you telling me Manny stays and Lebby comes from Ole Miss?
If Jurich is hired as AD, which makes sense with the Adidas ties.
It does.
Not a stretch to think Jurich leans to hire Stoops.
That's also an actual real possibility. You're right, Joshua. You're right. And it's why I'm saying they're going to push for Mario, because they want him, and a lot of the people in the a lot of the boosters and stuff and the higher ups want Mario now that Blake James is gone. But I'm saying I need an official announcement on if it is Tom Jurich or someone else. Maybe a surprise. Then we can really say, okay, these are probably realistic coaches that they're pushing for. So we'll see. We'll see. Thank you for the 5, Joshua. And James, I know you're trying to troll me, bro, right? Like, that's supposed to... Let me cue one of them up. He's trying to be funny, guys. Ain't no way. So the phone line is opened up, 865-229-4131. Call me and tell me that I'm crazy for wanting Lane Kiffin. Call me and tell me that you think it was a dumb move by Rhett Lashlee, even though I think that it was super smart for him to get out while he could, go take an upgraded position. Or just call and let's chit-chat for a few minutes. All right, looks like we got one on the line, possibly. MDC, give me like 2 seconds, bro. Actually, we're good. We're good. What's up?
What's up, Coop?
We got MDC in the building. For those of you that aren't OGs, that stands for Miami Dolphins Canes. Do you even go by that anymore?
Whatever you want to call me at this point.
Okay.
I don't really mind.
Cool. Well, I know that's been like, when you first started calling in, that was like 3 to 5 years ago. So,
Right.
I saved you as MDC and don't know if you even want to be referred to that any longer. So,
I'll roll with NBC.
all right, cool. So, what do you want to talk about tonight, man? I'm leaving the floor open for everyone that calls in because, not many people want. I think I've been the only one that's talked about Miami versus Duke, if I'm being honest tonight. I have not seen Duke pop up in the chat at all.
To where to you?
So everybody wants to talk about AD, coaching, all
I am
that
not.
stuff. So
I got love for Manny.
which is cool.
Well, we have a game tomorrow that we know the outcome of, so that's that. Nothing really much to that, but yeah, let's move on. In terms of AD, one, I'm just beyond happy to see Blake gone. That's my dream for ages now. I actually met him at the Sun Bowl in 2015 versus Washington State, and I never liked him since then. He was extremely rude. I was sitting right next to him, actually.
Good to know.
I didn't know who it was. Yeah, he wasn't wearing Canes throughout that game.
Because my thing is, I hear a lot with Blake James that most people, anyways, with their interactions, say that he's like he was nice to them, anyways. And again, he's good at raising money and stuff. But when it comes to sports, it just doesn't. He ain't it.
Right. If you're good at raising money, run for office. Anything about athletics, I don't care. But in terms of replacements, I'd love Tom Jurich, the guy from Louisville, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he's from Louisville. I don't think the search firm's going to get him, though. They usually don't take guys with, I wouldn't say it's like a sketchy history, but it's a little bit sketchy, I guess.
Yeah, it's the thing where even though they came out and cleared him technically of everything when the FBI investigated the recruiting scandal at Louisville, that is still kind of attached to you in a way. So I could see that as being an argument. You were still involved in some, not involved like as in you were part of it, but they investigated you specifically for something bad like that. So there are going to be people out there that are uninformed or that want to use that against you. And there are also some instances where, they might want to keep an extra close eye on you, which is something that Miami doesn't need, obviously. So I see your reasoning behind that.
Right, especially after all we've been through with the damn NCAA. We don't want that again. But I guess a different guy that I love, Pat Chun. I think he's at Wazoo right now, Washington State.
Yep.
That'd be a nice one. I know he has deep Miami ties. Love that. Actually, one of my buddies today mentioned Kirk Herbstreit, which, even as a joke, I know the hell of a hire.
Yeah.
But, I think Pat Chun is my number one right now.
Okay. So yeah, and
Mhm.
Patrick Chung was actually on my top 5 list. I think he was at like
Oh,
number 3. I had Mac Rhodes as number 1 from Baylor, and then
okay.
I had
That's
Chun
all.
as 2 or 3. I can't remember. But
Mhm.
I've been told since then, and I didn't know this, that even though he was at FAU at one point when Kiffin was there, that him and Kiffin actually didn't get along very well, which does not surprise me because a lot of people butt heads with Kiffin. Just look at his past, because he's a little cocky, he's a little arrogant, so I get it. So
Mhm.
they were telling me, hey, well, Coop, if you want Kiffin, you can't want Chun also, because that's just not going to work. But I don't know if there's any truth to that. I'm not sure.
Right. No, I mean, it's actually quite hard to get along with Kiffin. I live 20 minutes from FAU, so I used to go to a couple games here and there for football. He was never the nicest guy, but hell of a coach.
But see,
I'll
I
give
was
him
going
that
to
much.
say, to be honest, at this point, well, I say that I've kind of wanted that anyways. I don't want a nice guy as the head coach of the Miami
Right.
Hurricanes. Like, I want a guy who does things correctly. Like, I'm not talking like I want a guy who does whatever it takes to win, even if that means cheating. Like, obviously, I don't want that. But I'm just saying I want a guy who's kind of rude and cocky and arrogant. I like that, honestly. And I don't
Hmm.
even mean it as in, oh, bring back the old Canes and bring back the swag. Like, college football has changed, guys. College football is totally different now than it was 20 years ago. But I
Right.
want a guy who's just straight up, no BS.
Exactly. Yeah, I talked to one of the players who transferred out um, from Miami. I think it was maybe a month ago at this point. He told me that a couple of the players at his position, which was D line, did want Ed Reed to be the head coach. So that's interesting. I don't personally want that just because of lack of experience on Ed Reed's part. But in terms of who I would want, run of the mill Canes fan. So I
Yeah,
guess
I
here's the ball.
apparently I made the mistake of posting a video on Sunday saying, literally my title, if you didn't see it, is "Do not hire Ed Reed as Miami Hurricanes head coach." And for some reason, people thought that I was specifically picking on Ed Reed. But the reason I'm going to use this for just a second if you don't care to explain why I used Ed Reed in that video.
So,
I used Ed Reed as my example because Ed Reed is the name that's tossed around a lot by Canes fans. Because Canes fans love Ed Reed. Look at what he's done for us in the past. Look at what he's still trying to do for us right now. We all have love for Ed Reed. I would never throw shade at Ed Reed. But that's the reason I use his name specifically, is because his name is the number one name that's thrown out there that to me just does not make sense because of his lack of head coaching experience. And then people say, oh, well, Coop, but he's super knowledgeable on football, and look at what all he's done for us. I get that. And I can't compare him to Manny because that's two totally different types of people, right? But what I can say is that we took a chance on Manny, someone who did not have previous head coaching experience and was going to be learning on the job somewhat, and it failed. I am not willing, no matter how experienced of a player he is, no matter how much of a leader he is, no matter how much the players would respect him, I personally am not willing to do another head coaching experiment at the University of Miami, not with these specific circumstances we have going on right now, with people pushing more funds into the athletics, with us hiring a new athletic director, bringing in all these new people and all these people stepping up. We cannot afford to take another chance just because a guy has ties to Miami and was a great player for us in the past. And yeah, I know he's here right now currently as chief of staff, but that versus head coach is two totally different worlds. So I couldn't believe
mhm.
how many people just ate me up in my comment section. It was F-bombs dropping every other word and calling me a complete idiot, but it's because they thought I was picking out Ed Reed specifically. Plug
This is what it
anyone
takes
into that scenario that has no
to
head
wear
coaching
you
experience
on the
that's
side of your
a
helmet.
former University of Miami
Hey
Hurricanes
Coop,
player, and my
getting on
point
here late,
still
but I'm on the
stands.
lane train.
I won't
However,
back down
why
from
would an
that.
OC/DC want to come on if their
Yeah, no,
role
I
will
agree
be
with you.
temp
I
one
actually would
Manny
love
has
to see
shown the
Ed Reed
door?
as an assistant defensive coordinator, just defensive coordinator. What do you think about that?
What was your question? Sorry, I didn't hear it.
No, would you want to see Ed Reed as a defensive coordinator potentially?
I I I'm not completely opposed to that.
Mm-hmm.
I would honestly see him more, and see he's been open and blunt about this, saying I think that he doesn't want that, but more in just a position coach. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if Ed Reed wants to come in and be like DC or head coach or something like that. I think he's got to go to a non-Power 5 school and build up some experience and then potentially come back. He might be great at it. He might be one of the best to ever do it for all I know. But it's just in 2021, or if you want to say for the 2022 season, whatever. I'm not willing to take the chance. I'm not. This staff right here needs to scream experience.
Yep.
It doesn't even have to necessarily be, because people kept telling me, well, Coop, we can't bring proven guys in here because what's Lane done? How many championships has Mario won and this and that? I get your argument there, but that's why I say experience. If I want to say proven, we're going to have to go get like Nick Saban or something, and that's not realistic.
What bowl game are we going to,
honest.
Coop? You spoke the truth.
So
Yep.
I get real heated on that because people attack me hard whenever I make the Ed Reed argument. But like I said, guys, plug anyone in there. I don't care. It doesn't have to just be Ed Reed. Ed Reed was just the example because he's currently on the staff and everybody loves him. And I see that tossed around all the time. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is AD, Ed Reed is head coach, Ray Lewis as DC, and Ken Dorsey is OC. Ken Dorsey can come coach the quarterbacks, but I don't know that I want him as the OC. I know he's passing game coordinator in the NFL right now or something. That's cool. Good for him. I'm happy for him. I like Ken Dorsey. But do I want him to come over and be our OC? Not necessarily. No, I don't. Just being honest. Not right now, I don't.
Yeah, I think he's with the Bills.
Okay, with the Bills. Yeah, I don't follow NFL quite as closely, but I think you're right. Yep.
I don't follow NFL at all. Yeah, college football's way better.
Yeah.
But, yeah, before I head out, I will give you one score prediction. Is this for free, or did you raffle off that money yet?
I actually did have to give away the $500, and it went to a stinking FSU fan, man.
Oh, boy.
They got it right, and I Venmo'd them $500.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I posted a video as proof so everyone knew. But, yeah, hit me with it.
That sucks. All right, let's go. I already actually took Miami minus 21 for, I think, $10.
Okay.
That was nice. So let's do 48-13 Miami.
Ooh, okay. I like it. That's similar to me. I got 44-20. And again, my point was even with all the distractions going on right now, even with Rhett Lashlee knowing that he's going to be leaving, when you look at Louisville putting up 62, Virginia Tech putting up like 45 or 52 or something like that, it would be embarrassing to me if we don't put up 40+. With the way that TVD's been playing, we've got Harley, who's like 3 catches away from breaking. Whose record was Harley breaking?
This is what it takes to wear the U.
Man, I had that written down, and now I can't remember.
FSU beats Florida, then rematch Miami in bowl game.
Pretty sure, at least.
I feel like it was a player from further back than that. Does anybody know or remember? You might be right. I had written it down that Harley was going to be breaking someone's record if he caught like 3 more passes this game, but I can't remember exactly who it was. But anyways, with Rambo racking up, like 1K plus yards, there's no reason why we should score less than 40. A Duke team that is 3-8, 0-7 in the ACC, bro, we better pour it on them tomorrow afternoon.
Definitely. All right.
It's all right, man. MDC, awesome. I appreciate you, man, and I enjoyed the conversation. I know I ranted there for a little bit, but I appreciate you sitting tight with me and letting me do my thing a little bit.
Awesome. All right. Go Kings.
All right. Appreciate you, bro.
Bye.
Bye. I told y'all I get heated. I told you I get heated if we're gonna start talking about this head coaching stuff, man. I'm gonna rip into some people, but it's all out of love, man. It's at the end of the day, I just want you guys to know if we disagree. I have people DM me literally every day, guys, that say, Coop, I'm unsubscribing because you don't have the same opinion as me. Really? Number one, if you want to unsubscribe because you don't agree with me, feel free to do so. I'm not going to beg you to stay. And you don't even have to announce it. You can just leave. Also, I don't want to sound like I'm being cocky or arrogant in any kind of way or disrespectful. I'm thankful for each and every person that's here. But you have to understand that when you bring hundreds and thousands of people together, not everyone is going to agree. Ever. It just won't happen. And life would be boring if everyone did agree. U-Town, I got to give a shout out, my man, for the $30 donation. Top dono on the night. My man coming through and says, hey, Coop, getting on here late, but I'm on the lane train. Let's go, baby. However, why would an offensive coordinator or DC want to come on if their role will be temp one? Manny has shown the door. That's actually the point that I made, U-Town, was that exactly whenever I said that Rhett Lashlee accepting the job at SMU is just more of a reason to believe that Manny Diaz will in fact be canned and let go, because there is no way that anybody wants to come in here whenever the head coach is already on thin ice. And you bring up a good point by mentioning the defensive coordinator as well, thinking that Manny might give that up if he stayed. But when asked about balancing head coaching and defensive coordinator, if he would ever go back and change his mind, Manny Diaz said no. Manny Diaz said that I can handle that no problem and it's all fine. He said, I would not take that back. I would not bring in a DC. I would make the same decision again with all the information that I have and everything that happened this year. Yeah, he said that. So, U-Town, thank you for the $30, man. And again, I wouldn't. Because then if Manny gets canned, you're probably not retained, even though you've only been here a year. Let's just be real. James coming through with another 2. Says, what bowl game are we going to, Coop? You spoke the truth. Thank you, man. I'm just trying to be blunt and honest from here on out. And that's what I've been doing the past few years. I don't know yet about our bowl game. You want to know who I'd like to play in our bowl game, though? And then I'm about to open the phone line back up. Do you want to know who I would love to play? The problem is, I don't know if we would win. Honestly. Now that I think about it, I don't know if we would win. Ooh. I would want to play the Tennessee Volunteers. GD already knows. GD Richardson knows Coop all too well. I would like to see the Tennessee Volunteers. Now, their offense is putting up some points, bro. They got former Virginia Tech quarterback Hendon Hooker. But that would be a fun matchup to watch because I live in Tennessee. So I see Tennessee fans all around everywhere. The problem is if we lost, I'd have to go into hiding because I'd never hear the end of it. But I would love to meet Tennessee in a bowl game. All my family is Tennessee fans, except with the exception of like 1 or 2. So I think it would be interesting. I think it would be a fun game to watch. Michael, thank you so much for the sub, man. And Ed coming through with another 2 says FSU beats Florida, then rematch Miami in bowl game. Thank you for the 2, man. Rocky Top Kane says, would the Vols leading rusher play since he's joining the portal? I don't know. I'm actually not 100% sure. Probably not, though. Probably not, no.
This is what it take.
I know, Joshua. I know.
On the side of your
Let me get the
helmet.
phone line open back up.
The YPG and PPG stats suggest Manny can't handle both HC, DC.
He said literally, Joshua, Manny said if I could go back, I wouldn't change anything. I would remain juggling head coaching and defensive coordinator duties. Seriously, I can't. Phone line is open back up, guys. Thank goodness, though, we have brighter days ahead, right? Thank goodness big-time changes are going down at the University of Miami. Woo! Harley can pass Stacy Coley for most catches over a career at the U, and Rambo for catches in a single season held by Hankerson. That's right, okay. Plus yardage record by Allen Hurts. Gotcha.
Lashley going to HCAG5 team that will never make the playoffs tells you how bad the situation is in Miami.
Hot dang, Jason. You know what? I didn't think about that. You're kind of right. You're right, man. Right? Instead of trying to hang on to that job at Miami, because it's just such a nice environment, such a nice place to work. All these opportunities, right? He says, heck no, I'm out. I'm going to SMU, bro. You're right. Thank you so much for the 5, Jason. That's a good point. What is going on? We got my man, Jordan Page, on the line. How you doing tonight, bro?
Oh man, how you doing, Coach?
I'm doing good. I'm a little man, I'll be honest. I've already said this. I'm excited with all the things that are happening for us over the off season. But even when we have a crummy year, and make no mistake, this has been one of those. And I'm talking specifically about Miami Hurricanes football. It still sucks knowing that that college football is coming to an end.
Oh,
Like
I agree.
I'm so torn
agree.
because then I know literally that after our bowl game, yes, I'll be excited about all these hires and the future potential and all this stuff. But then we got to wait till next year for more football again. So
I know.
it's a love-hate thing.
Yep. Well, look, I just first want to say how you been and give a bunch of love out to the Canes family out there. Glad to see everybody here tonight. I guess we'll get the formalities out the way. As far as the game tomorrow, I got a few concerns about it. I think Miami's going to win 40-34. That little running back for Duke kind of concerns me because you had the Leonard Skinner love child last week for Virginia Tech. He was messing us up. And then you got all this crap going on. So that's all I really got on Duke. Miami's going to win, but that running back kind of concerns me.
Yeah, and I was actually going to look, since you bring up his name, because I am also a little impressed with what Durant has done, all things considered, the circumstances at Duke. It looks like his stats so far this season, just to give everybody an idea, he's got 1,173 yards on 233 carries. So he's averaging about 5 yards per carry, and he does have 9 touchdowns so far this year. And we all know, Jordan just brought it up, we know our track record when it comes to stopping the run this season. So that's a good point.
Yeah. Also, I'd like to give my congratulations to Rhett Lashlee. I know there's a lot of things that we didn't agree with on his play calling, but in my opinion, the man's really smart. It's like a rat off a sinking ship. Not calling Lashley
Word on
a
the
rat.
street is Zoe in a done deal to be part of the program, and no way he doesn't force Manny to hire a DC. By the way, Reggie is the record Harley going after. Reggie had 170 from 97 feet to
he's going from offense coordinator to a small time. I say small time, but that's SMU.
Right.
Okay, and unlike Diaz just stuck around, he was over his head. But anyway, I like to appreciate what Lashley's done, and I wish him well. And as far as this coaching thing goes on, dude, I like Mario. I have nothing against Lane. I have nothing against anybody, to be honest with you. I just hope that I hope we get a good AD that can make a good decision.
Right, because that's going to be sort of the backbone of everything.
Exactly. I do like Zoe in some type of capacity, but that's just my opinion. Mm-hmm. But the one thing that's really got me kind of out of sorts is just all this bickering amongst us Canes fans. I know everybody has their opinion on who they want for head coach, but it seems pointless just to go after each other because we have our own person that we would like to have coaching the team. And like you talk about Twitter is just a Shark Tank.
I know.
People upset because I didn't get credit for breaking this first or this, come on, y'all. We're all one family. I know everybody has their opinion, but,
I don't know if you saw it because I actually tweeted about that because I saw the same talks you were talking about saying, well, this person needs to give credit to this guy, and then this guy needs to give credit to this guy because he got it from such and such. And in today's times, my thing is if you just straight up, how do I even go back and explain this to everyone in the chat that didn't see my tweet? In today's times, there's Twitter, there's YouTube, there's Facebook, there's all sorts of different various forums. There are so many platforms out there, guys, that it would be it would be crazy for you to assume that someone saw your specific tweet necessarily, or they saw your post on a forum and ran with it. Maybe they got it from someone else. Maybe they did get it, in fact, from you. I don't know. But I'm just saying it is tough to potentially call out someone for not crediting someone else when you don't know if they did see it with all these platforms that are available. And one other point I want to make real quick, and then I won't interrupt you. is
No, you're
when you
okay.
were talking about Canes fans bickering and going back and forth with each other. That's what is so difficult when looking over at Twitter. It's a whole different world
It is.
because
It really
I
is.
saw someone else tweet about it and it made sense. They were like, I would give credit to them, but it's the same thing. Like, I don't remember where I saw it. They said, I miss the times when Canes fans were united and we all hated Blake James. Because that was something most of us agreed on, right?
Yeah.
And now it's,
Right.
I'll post literally a GIF of like a train going by. It's showing like, because I'm on the lane train. And then I will literally, no joke, Jordan, I will get DMs 5 minutes later that say, I'm not joking, that will literally say, they'll have a Miami Hurricanes picture as their profile, and they will say, F you and your family.
Right.
And I'll be like,
come on, man.
and then I'll say, well, who do you want? Oh, well, I want Mario because of this, this, and this. And I say, cool. I completely understand your point of view and your standpoint.
Exactly.
I can respect it.
like,
Why can you not just listen to what someone has to say about it and then say, I respectfully disagree because I want this guy. And then we shake hands and we say, cool, we're both Miami Hurricanes fans.
It's kind of like you're aboard the lane train. That's cool. I mean, hey, I love you for it. My personal opinion, it's just my personal opinion, is that Lane's got happy feet. I mean,
see, now, I'm pulling up Twitter right now.
Again,
F you, Jordan. I can't believe that you don't. I'm just kidding.
I like Mario, but then, the valid argument on that is, well, Oregon's got this money and yeah. There's pros and cons to everything. And I just want to, tell the Canes family, look, everybody has their opinion. We can sit here and say whatever we want, but it all depends on who's sitting in that chair behind the desk in the office at the athletic director's office that's going to make the decision.
Yep.
So, I mean, that Jurg dude, I really like. I like what he may bring to the table if he's still there, But again, this is just my opinion, and it's just crazy times we're in. But I will say this though, I'm cautiously optimistic on who it is because, I got excited with Shannon and Golden and
Fair.
Rick and I'm just kind of emotionally drained. I
get
see
it.
what products we have on the field.
Yeah, and also to kind of play devil's advocate here and just explore the negative or bad side of it for just a second. We're throwing all these names out here of people that we want, but as you said, it's going to be these other people at the top that are going to be making the final call. What that doesn't mean that they even do hire any of these people that we all want. I know there are rumors about, like I said, I think they will offer Mario because that's just an obvious choice that makes sense, but he might not accept. So then we don't, they might be like, here's our new athletic director. And we're going to be like, wait a minute, we wanted Jurich or, this guy or that guy. What are they doing? It could happen. Also, look at our past, look at our history.
I know. And then also you have these fine folks that'll be writing the checks that are the boosters, the BOTs, the whoever, the people behind the scenes. I think one guy's name I saw was a Ruiz, I think.
Yeah, he's got lots of money.
Okay, these cats behind the scenes, as we say, that are writing the checks, they didn't get all that money for being stupid and shooting from the hip. Majority of them are calculated, precise, smart individuals. So who's to say that they've already got names in their pocket that they're going to go after? And I think, I'll be honest with you, dude, I think it would be a hoot and a riot if it was somebody totally off menu. Because, we're spending all, like you said, we're spending all this effort and time at each other's throats about, I'm a Lane man, I'm a Mario man, I'm a Stoops man, I'm a Fickle, all these names. And then they come out and get Joe Schmo from wherever.
Right.
That would be so friggin' hilarious. But at the end of the day, like you say, we're one happy family. And I just want to see the kids on the team, the young men, just have an opportunity to be set up for success.
Exactly.
That's all.
Yeah, and I like the way you ended that because we're, crazy, rabid Miami Hurricanes fans, but for, the players and stuff, it's their potential future on the line. So it would be nice to have some people out there coaching them and leading them that could help them actually be successful.
Right, and then talking about these cats leaving for the transfer portal if such and such isn't here or such and such comes here. Well, hey, I'm sorry, dude. If you're not happy here, go somewhere else where you're happy.
Yep.
Next man up.
I agree 100%.
But that's really all I got, dude. I appreciate the time, appreciate you, and appreciate this time the fellowship with the Canes family.
Hey, absolutely, man. It's always a great conversation whenever you call in, Jordan. And hopefully you can join us tomorrow for our final regular season game because it's going to be fun.
I'm going to be there.
We're going to have a blast. And
I'm going to be there.
I'm hoping, honestly, that we can kind of just celebrate another chill game. Not a close one. We can kind of blow them out. We can all have fun. We can talk about this stuff during commercial breaks. I'm hoping that's the vibe tomorrow. So
I think it will be. All
right, man.
All right, dude. Well, look, you have a safe evening. We'll see you tomorrow.
Sounds good. I'll see you then, Jordan.
All right, dude.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Excellent conversation there with my man, Jordan. Good friend of mine. Appreciate you for calling in tonight, man. I do want to address a couple more donos. Actually, it looks like U-Town here came through with the 10. Word on the street is Zoe is a done deal to be a part of the program, and I do actually firmly believe that as well, U-Town. I do firmly believe that Alonzo Highsmith is going to be involved and is kind of partially already involved, just not officially. I do believe that as well. I don't have anything to back that up. I can't give you guys any kind of DMs or screenshots or nothing that I can share in the way. I'm just, okay, I think he's part of it, okay? And it will be. No way he doesn't force Manny to hire DC. By the way, Reggie is the record. Yep, I got you. So it was Reggie is the record that Harley is going after. Had 170 from 97 to 2000. That's right. I was thinking it was a little bit of an older Kane from further back. So I got you. Thank you for the 10, U-Town. Thank you. Reginald Marsh coming through with the 45-24 Miami. I could respect that one. Yep, I could see that. Bobby said, Coop, last time you said that was against Georgia Tech, and we remember a few. Yeah. Yep, Bobby, yep. Tomorrow better actually be stress-free, Bobby. 100% it better be stress-free. And welcome, man. Appreciate you for being here. I told Coop last week, Bergie said, dudes like that didn't get the money by throwing it away every time someone on the internet screamed, he got money, right? And that's why it makes sense. People kept asking me, Coop, why didn't we fire Manny 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago? If all this stuff was already kind of set in motion, why wouldn't we just go ahead and can him? Because you said we're getting rid of him either way. Right here. This right here. You got to be smart with the money. Sure, when we're already over here dropping 20, 30, 40, 50 million, whatever the heck it is, 2 million may not sound like a lot, but that's $2 million, bro. So you let Manny ride out the season, and you can still go ahead and be touching base with potential head coaching candidates, even if Manny is still officially here. You can still be doing that, and I'm telling you that they have been. They have been. We had to get ahead of the game with Florida, and that, well, Florida's recent, but, LSU and USC, and then now Florida jumping into the game. We had to. Bobby coming through with the 10. Bobby, I'm used to you dropping some knowledge in those donations, man. Thank you so much for the 10, and thank you for the support, bro. I'm loving the energy tonight that I'm feeling. There's this renewed sense of hope amongst Canes fans. And even though we do bicker a little bit when it comes to some of these hires and stuff, like Jordan and I were talking about, there's just some excitement there that hasn't been there these past few weeks. Basically, once we knew that the ACC was out of reach and before Blake James was officially fired, I didn't know if the channel was dying or there was just no hype at all around the program or what was going on. And now everybody's excited. Everybody's talking about it. People are spamming the phone line wanting to get in and discuss it. So I love it. I love it. VT says Lane Kiffin is a short-term solution to a long-term problem. But here's my issue. What's your definition of short-term? If Lane Kiffin wants to come here for 5 years and win us 2 or 3 ACC championships and have us in the playoffs, I'll take Lane Kiffin for the 5 years. Even though I do agree that having a long-term solution is better. I do agree, 100%. We want a guy that wants to stay here for longer than 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. We would love some consistency there, right? somebody who consistently has us in ACC championship games and college football playoff talks and is in it for the long haul, so we don't have to keep rebuilding and starting over. And that's where we transition over to people making that Mario argument, because Mario would be more of a long-term guy, especially if he comes in here and is successful early. 100%. The thing is, though, I made the video. Talking about Lane Kiffin and why I think when people are saying short-term with Lane Kiffin, they're telling me that he's going to coach here for 2 years and bounce. Because I did a whole video breaking down Lane Kiffin's history, why and where he went, where he's been throughout his career. The longest he's been somewhere as a head coach is 2 or 3 years. But I'm telling you, you just have to watch the video, man. It's easier to watch the video than for me to try to explain it live. It is. Bobby says, just popping in real quick. I have people at my house. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate you. Yep, we'll be here tomorrow, 12:30, bro. Thank you, Bobby. Is Rhett coaching tomorrow? Yes. Bradenton, it has been announced that Rhett Lashlee will be coaching our offense tomorrow for the Duke game. You're trying to call in, Chris? All right. Well, I'm about to open it back up. Anyone else getting a fuzzy picture? Is it fuzzy? Are we fuzzy right now? Hold on. Better? Worse? I'm going to sound like your eye doctor. 1 or 2? Hold on. That's worse. That's definitely worse. Better or worse? We're getting better, right? Boom. No. There? Right there. I think we're good. Maybe it was his internet. Maybe GD, it was the internet. Maybe check it and make sure you're on 1080p. Okay, look, now I done messed the whole thing up, bro. I messed all of it up now. Okay, let's get the phone line open back up. We're going to stay live for a little bit longer because like I said, I'm loving the energy. I can feel it. So let's keep these discussions rolling for a little bit. Don't think you have to talk about the Duke game. We can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. It don't matter. You guys want to call in and we have a little prayer for your cat, we can do that. Okay? It don't matter. Whatever you want to do. Let's see, Chris. Oh, Chris, maybe? We about to have Chris Kane for life in the building?
Yes, sir.
What's up, man? How you feeling tonight?
What's going on with you, man?
I'm chilling, got a belly full of turkey and ham yesterday, so I'm feeling kind of lazy, but excited about tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Same here. I still got turkey, got mac and cheese, yams, all kinds of stuff there on the stove. I'm tired looking at it.
Now, I gotta ask you and everybody in the chat, do you guys eat leftovers from Thanksgiving? Now hold up, before you answer real quick. I know that most people say that's a given. Thanksgiving leftovers are the best, and turkey sandwiches, a week later for lunch and all this stuff. I gotta tell you something. I don't. I throw everything away. I cannot. It's not. I don't know what it is. I cannot eat leftovers. I don't take leftovers home from the restaurant. I don't. Bro, it's just not the same. When you nuke it in the microwave, it ain't the same.
Yeah.
So
that's the trick, though, Coop. That's the trick. You don't nuke it in the microwave, man. You don't nuke it.
What do you do?
It takes away the stuff. Oh man, I put mine on the stove, brother. Prime example. So then, like with my mac and cheese. See, this radiation, it kind of makes it like that tough kind of chewy kind of stuff. So what it is, and here's a little lesson for everybody that's up in the chat. What I do is that since baked macaroni and cheese is baked, what I do is that I just take the whole pan and put it in the oven and put it on 200 degrees and warm it up.
Okay. Because
the next day it tastes better because all the flavors have soaked into it. Same thing with the turkey. Same thing with the dressing. Same thing with cornbread. Even though I don't eat it, but that's what I do, and it comes out so much better. And also invest in a toaster oven.
Toaster oven.
It will change it will change your life, Coop. That put a Pop-Tart inside of the toaster oven. You'll never put it in a microwave ever again if you haven't already done it.
Okay, well, I made notes. Put the mac and cheese in the oven, get a toaster oven. Okay, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Appreciate the tips.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, what do you?
I've been a big kid for a long time.
So, what? You could just be honest. What do you want to talk about tonight? Because again, I know everybody wants to talk about the coaching stuff going on, but just whatever you're feeling. If you want to speak your piece on something, you want to debate something.
Yeah. It might sound crazy, Coop, but I think Manny needs more time.
Uh-oh.
I think his defense was really not that bad, and I really think he just needs a little more time to get his stuff in order. Right? Now, hear me out.
No, and I'm listening.
Now, you see how that flowed off the tongue, and you see how, it sounded stupid coming out of my mouth because I didn't believe any of it. That's the same way that some of the fans are. That's a load of bull. I don't believe that crap for 1 second.
Dude,
get him out of here.
Bro, I kid you not, okay? I don't know if you can still hear the stream when you're talking to me, but the whole time that you were speaking, soon as you started that, when you said Manny Diaz needs, okay, stop right there. I put my thumb over my little sound effect board for this right here. The button. But as you kept going, I was like, no way he's being serious.
Coop,
No. And then I slowly pulled my hand away because I was like, I can't believe this.
My girl just put a microwave dinner in the oven because I can't stand microwave food.
I ain't
Fire
serious
Manny
about
and
long
bring on the
shot
train.
at all. I feel that what needs to happen, though, is that, well, first off, with Rhett Lashlee, I knew that was coming. I mean, he's too great of a coach for him to just be an OC.
Yeah, and either way,
SMU,
there's just no, there's no way you hang around with all the uncertainty swirling around here.
But don't you realize is that? Oh, go ahead, Coop.
No, I was just gonna say that if an opportunity comes up like that, just to be honest with you, people can't believe that I say this stuff. When they're like, but you're a Canes fan. But you have to understand, guys, that they're looking at this from a professional standpoint. Yes, they're a Miami fan when they're at Miami, and they'll always have a special place in their heart because they coach there. But the dude, it's his job. So if I'm in Rhett Lashlee's shoes and a head coaching job comes knocking, I'm out. I'm leaving. I'm just being honest.
Look, a prime example. And I don't know why some Kicking fans are upset. Very few are very upset. The majority that I've talked to, they're very happy for him. But think about it this way. If you have offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators and analysts that'll leave Nick Saban, what makes Manny so special? Think about that. Come on now. What makes him so special? Manny ain't no damn body. Manny's a retard.
I think for a lot of fans, they just say, well, it's Miami.
No, listen. That's just like you being in a relationship with a gorgeous woman who has the body of a goddess.
Now we're talking.
But she treats you like garbage. She disrespects you. She treats you like garbage and everything else. But she does make your food for you. It is cooked right. And she'll, be give you relations whenever you want, but she disrespects you. Okay? I'm just going to put it as probably as PG as I can on the Coach Coop show. But it's a give and take, but you take it more abuse than anything. She's mentally abusive, physically abusive, verbally abusive, all kinds of stuff. But she looks good, though. She looks good. But you walking around sad. And not only that, this is the kicker. She takes your money.
Hey,
when do we get paid?
That's no kind of life, man.
That's going to be the money. Right. So think about it this way. Why be handcuffed in a situation like that? Why deal with a person like that? And that's what Manny Diaz is doing. And the thing is, when he shot himself in the foot with was, I believe he had an interview and he said, well, I will be juggling both the head coach and the DC, and the DC will be my responsibility. Okay, so you're taking responsibility for it. Okay, this is at the beginning of the season. It looks like ass chips, Coop.
Yeah, it does.
Ass chips. Yeah. And so, who you gonna blame? Can't blame Blake. Can't blame Blake. Can't blame him. Yeah, that LSU. You gonna blame Enos? You point the finger at everybody else except yourself. And you're not a coach. You're somebody's friend and you're somebody's doormat because the players do not respect you. The way that boy walked off in that Michigan State game, I said, he lost the locker room. They looked at him like, please get out of my face. Had it would have been me, I'd have grabbed homeboy by the face. Sit down. You ain't going to start till I tell you to.
I still can't believe the amount of backlash I saw for Cristobal whenever that went down. I can't remember the player of the game, but a lot of you guys probably remember. Whenever he got all in his face and was yelling and screaming at him. And I'm like, man, do these people – and I'm not – how do I say this? Like, man, that's been – how long ago was that when I played football in high school? I'm 32, and I played – so that would have been 15 years ago. Man, if people would have saw the kind of things they were doing in high school football back 15 years ago, bro, if you're that upset over a head coach just yelling at a player and getting in his face, then being a college football fan might not be for you. I'm just saying.
Right. And see, us old school Cane fans, there was nothing wrong with what Cristobal said because that's discipline.
Yeah.
I look at it like this. Your football team, your head coach, okay, especially if you're like if Manny Diaz, like me personally, my daughter and my son are a reflection of me, okay? There has to be discipline, there has to be order, there has to be respect, okay? I'm not going to beat on my children or anything like that, but you're going to learn what yes and no and this, that, and the third, yes, sir, no, sir, and this, that, and the third. That's called parenting, and that's called bringing them up right and basically being raised with the type of parents that would knock you in the next week if you even sucked your teeth.
Yeah.
Okay, because you can't even do that now. But that's what coaching. That's what coaching is. Coaching is the same way. You just can't be physically abusive to them. It's the same thing. They're a representation of you on that field, and if you don't got it together, okay. How do you expect the kids to get it together? Nick Saban did the same thing. They went against some team and blew them out. But the team at 14 points, he chewed the guy out, the DB out on that sideline for him getting that 14 points. But I promise you one thing, Coop, he ain't never scored again that game. Never scored again that game. And they went to that man 3 more times. I watched that whole game. They went to him 3 more times, and he picked off one and knocked and batted down the other 2. He never go back over there again. And when he went over there to the sideline, they patted him on his helmet and said, good job, or whatever the case is, and went on and sat his ass down.
Yep.
But that's coaching. Not giving people handshakes when you miss a drop ball, Mike Harley.
Which we have seen, which we've seen a lot of here, especially recently. This season in particular, a lot of.
That light bulb went off. It went off. It not went off. It came on, I should say. Like, okay, you actually want to come back and actually make an impact, and actually not say it, but actually do it. Okay. So I'll buy it. I'll be the snail to your salt selling pitch. Let me see what you got cooking. Let me see. So now look at where he's at.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Look at where Rambo's at. We got a really good team, but it's just Manny. Not feeling him now. Not feeling him. But now you got the wrong people pissed off, and the BOTs, they are not happy. And I'm telling you, from what was going on, from what I heard, Coop, stuff is already in the works already, and I think they're just waiting to the end of the season just to get rid of Manny, just so they could save face, because that was asked of his father.
Yep.
To do it at the end of the year rather than do it in the middle of the season, which I can kind of understand. But then again, this is the reason why your son is getting fired is because of what you wanted your son to do in the first place, when you know good and well he didn't know how to coach a whole football team.
Which I do get it, because, I mean, again, with it potentially saving us some money, and then I think that it'd be different if I felt like we were holding off and not reaching out until then. But again, and you even just kind of mentioned it, I feel like we've already been touching base with people and kind of gauging interest and trying to get some stuff set up, because we've known for a while, what's going to go down and what's going to happen, but it's just waiting for things to be official to make the moves with everything. So
yeah.
But yeah, if it was like, okay, well, we're not going to make any phone calls or touch base with anyone until Manny's canned, then I would definitely be like, okay, well, we had to go ahead and can him 4 to 6 weeks ago so we could get a head start on this. But I think, anyways, unfortunately, I have no reason, I have nothing I can reach to back this up, because we've always messed it up in the past. But I do feel like that, kind of like you said as well, enough people are pissed off and upset about all this that we've been kind of getting some stuff in place beforehand. It's been happening for weeks.
Yep, and that's what it's all going to be. Isn't we going to have? I mean, it don't matter if it's Lane, if it's Mario. I don't care. It could be you, Coop.
Not me. Heck no. Not me.
Hey, Coop, if you go ahead and do it, just let me go ahead and just be on the staff. I'll do it. I'll help you out, man. I never played football.
Even if
I ain't say I wanted to be a coach.
Even if it was water boy.
Hey, I'll feed them Kool-Aid and Capri Suns all day.
Hey, I'll give you $1.2 million a year if you keep our players hydrated. How about that?
Yes, I'll bring the whole damn pool over there.
All right, sounds good, man. But that's why going back to the hires, I could be wrong. I could be. It's just a prediction. I don't know anything that I'm not saying with this part. I feel like that once the end of the season happens, I feel like a lot of these hires are going to come relatively quickly, and some people are going to mistake it for us not taking our time with it. But again, with us starting these, making these moves and putting stuff in place potentially weeks ago, I feel like that's actually the reasoning behind it. We know who we want, and we're potentially still trying to figure out a couple of tie up some loose ends and things like that, and then I think it's just going to be bing, bang, boom right here once everything starts rolling into motion at the end of the season.
Yes, sir. And another thing is that a lot of people think it's been like weeks. Coop, it's been months.
It's very possible.
Ever since that Michigan State game, it's been all downhill from here. Okay? It's been like, okay, we're going to keep an eyeball on him. He's in the hot seat. Florida State was the icing on the cake.
Yeah, that's just...
You can lose any game you want. You do not lose to them Seminoles. You do not lose to them. I respect Bobby Bowden. Love the guy. Much respect to him and his legacy. A coach that showed respect, but you do not lose to the Seminoles.
Yep. That could not happen this year if there was any sliver of hope or chance that he would be retained. That could not happen.
Especially with the poor time management that you displayed, when you could have just let them score and just wait.
Oh gosh, now you know my thoughts on that. I'm not even diving into that on my end.
I'm gonna tell you something. If I didn't love my TV, if I didn't love my job, because I was at work when all of this happened, and thank God the machines and stuff in the plant was on, because I was cursing them out.
Yeah.
Thank God nobody heard me.
All right, Chris. I'm gonna go through and rotate, try to get a couple more callers in here tonight. I appreciate you as always for calling in, and hopefully, are you gonna get to watch the game tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm actually off, and
cool.
Actually gonna go ahead and watch the game, and actually go ahead and chill and relax and stuff like that. So
awesome.
And I hope we handle our business against Duke.
Yep, I'm hoping to just be over here chilling, 2:30, 3 o'clock rolls around, my feet are kicked up here on the desk, and we're just having a good time. That's what I'm hoping tomorrow is.
Yes, sir. I will be there at the watch party, man.
All right.
I will be there.
Sounds good, man. I appreciate you as always, Chris.
All right. Thank you,
All right.
sir.
Thank you, bro. All right. Bye-bye.
Go Canes.
All right. Nice conversation there with my good friend Chris. Let's see. Did I miss anything else? Let's see. U-Town came through with another 10. I'm not sure if I personally thanked him for that one. He said, Coop, that's funny stuff. I'm the same way. No leftovers. Yeah, man, it's just disgusting. Disgusting. No leftovers from me and my girl put a microwave dinner in the oven because I can't stand microwave food. I think it's what Chris said. It's the radiation, man. Must be. Fire Manny and bring on the Lane train. Let's go, man. Joshua coming through. See, that puts you at 50, I think, didn't it? Joshua coming through with the 5 says, if you have leftover mac and cheese, then y'all let the wrong person cook it. Now, I do need to settle one quick debate. One quick debate before I get the phone line turned back up. The shell-shaped macaroni and cheese is the superior mac and cheese. Correct? Can we all agree on that? It tastes better. Literally, it tastes better. You guys know what I'm talking about? Hold on. Let me show you a picture. It's the better one, right? It's the only one if you give me the little noodle shaped ones, I won't eat it. But if you give me that shell shaped mac and cheese, oh baby, it's on. This one right here. This is the superior mac and cheese. 100%. Shells and cheese, that tastes so much better than the elbows. Shells are for losers? No. Whoa. Okay. All right. Let's see. Who has mod in here? Let's see. Who's getting banned? Bergie, Jorn. Let's see. Baby Shack. Let's see. Right. All right. You guys are banned. I'm sorry. Oh, well. That's the superior mac and cheese. I won't even eat the elbows. It's the elbows. Bro, I don't know what it is. I don't know if they pump something different into the shell-shaped ones or what, but they're way better. Way better. And man, I told you guys that I respect your opinion on head coaching hires and athletic director hires, but not on mac and cheese. That's where I draw the line. No. Nope. Mm-mm. I will not entertain it. So let's get the phone lines open back up. No. My mom always told me when I was little Coop, she said little Coop. She said they're the same. It's the same thing. I wouldn't eat it. She would literally bring me a bowl of the elbow-shaped ones, and I would push it back. I wouldn't eat it. Seriously. There we go. My man Bobby. I knew Bobby would show up loud and proud for me. He said, shells, it's not even a question. We had to talk a little bit of food tonight because yesterday was just Thanksgiving. So, cheddar over American cheese? I don't know quite if I agree with that, Rocky Top Kane. So do you get cheddar on your burgers? You get a slice of cheddar instead of a slice of American? You're trying to go to the game? What, you're trying to go to the game tomorrow, Devin? Coop, Mario, or Lane? Christian, it's 1A, 1B. If Mario's hired, I'm ecstatic. If Lane is hired, I'm ecstatic. And that's what I hate because since I'm pushing so much out there about Lane Kiffin, when Mario gets hired, I'm going to have a lot of people hopping on my channel that are going to be like, oh, Coop, you're upset because you didn't get Lane Kiffin, right? No, I'll be fine with Mario. Like, you can't even compare the two of them for me because they both have their pros and cons. And I will happily take either one. Mario is a huge upgrade from Manny. Lane, a massive upgrade from Manny. I'll take either one, honestly. Mac Rhodes, that is who I would want. I would take, now, right, my official prediction is Tom Jurich. I put that video out a week ago. Yeah, there we go. Kyle's with me. Kyle's on Team Shells. I put the video out a week ago saying Tom Jurich is my official prediction. but I would take Mack Rhoades over Tom Jurich. I just feel like Tom Jurich makes more sense from a realistic standpoint over Mack Rhoades, because Tom Jurich has been out of the game since 2017, 3-4 years. So he's got no kind of buyout or anything like that. So again, as long as they really did, forgive and forget and, prove that he wasn't any part of that FBI recruiting scandal stuff, if they cleared him for real, Miami probably would have to do some extra checks on that stuff. But if he's straight up cleared, it makes the most sense from Miami's standpoint. But I agree, Christian. I mean, Tom Jurich is like 65. Don't quote me on that. 63 or 65 years old. I wanted someone in their 30s or 40s. I wanted some young, fresh blood in there. And honestly, at athletic director, I wanted a guy who had no ties to Miami. That was actually preferred for me, honestly. And I really liked the idea of Mack Rhoades coming in from, another conference, no ties to Miami. Like that's who I preferred. But Tom Jurich does make a lot of sense. He just does. And I think that, probably early next week or towards the end of next week, within 2 weeks, I think that's going to be the name that we hear announced as Tom Jurich. I do. So do you like the powdered cheese or the squeezable? Powdered cheese. Wait, what is powdered cheese, Bergie? Hold on. Is that even a thing? Powdered cheese? What do you mean powdered cheese? Is this real? Hold on, we're about to get back to football talk. No. You don't eat this, right? Is this for baking? You don't eat this, right? Cheddar cheese powder? What do you do with this? I have never seen powdered cheese before. I know, like, when you get like Parmesan cheese and it's kind of powdery. What is this? What is that? That can't. No, you don't. What is it? Flavoring? The old Kraft mac and cheese? The one you gotta add milk and butter it? No, that's too much work, Bergie. No, I'll tell you what I used to do is take chicken and a biscuit. Do you guys know what chicken and a biscuit crackers are? Oh, Cypher knows. I've done this. Keldon knows. Chicken and a biscuit crackers, and you get the can of squirt cheese. The one where you push it and it comes out in like the weird little string. You get the chicken and a biscuit crackers and you swirl. Usually you make a smiley face. You make a smiley face on the chicken and a biscuit cracker. Now that's good. Now that's really good. Yeah, that's where it's at, man. Okay, so it looks like we can agree on that. Popcorn. No, I put liquid butter on popcorn, but I have never put powdered cheese on popcorn. That's just weird, man. That's weird. All right, let's get this phone line open back up. How long have we been live? I've been live for 2 hours. Dang, should we wrap this thing up? What do y'all think? Like, we got an early game tomorrow. 12:30 is too early, bro. Like, give me 3:30. I prefer night games, but give me 3:30. 12:30, I go to bed at like 5 a.m., y'all. So I got a lot of stuff that I got to kind of get together to get prepared for tomorrow's games, or tomorrow's game. I know that I only took like 3 phone calls, but maybe we should wrap it up for tonight so we can focus on getting prepared for the game tomorrow. And when I say we, I mean me, because I got to put in all the work to get everything, together. But I not smoked. I didn't smoke my piece. I spoke my piece. That's what I thought, U-Town. I couldn't tell. Whenever I read your last 10, I wasn't sure if that was the one that I had addressed earlier or not. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. But I spoke my piece about the Rhett Lashlee stuff. Once again, one more recap, just in case people are just tuning in. I don't blame Rhett Lashlee at all for taking the head coaching job at SMU. Manny's already on thin ice, going to be fired. If that happens, they clean house anyways. Rhett Lashlee ends up losing his job. And then, yeah, sure, I mean, he's going to get some money, but he wants to coach somewhere. So it makes perfect sense him leaving for SMU. It's an upgrade. It helps provide more for his family. Makes perfect sense. Athletic director hire, again, I still think Tom Jurich.
This is what it takes.
I still think that's the guy that they end up hiring.
On the side of your helmet.
Does Manny get fired before his post game?
Nope. I don't think so, Joshua. I think they'll make it like an official, nice announcement. Manny did this for us. Manny did that for us. What a great guy. You know, he's done all these things. They want to take their time and put something official and fancy together that they can put out on social media. So it won't be on Saturday. Unless we lose to Duke. If we lose to Duke, then they can Manny on Saturday. Yeah, if we win, they'll come up with some kind of little thing that they can, they parted ways mutually, and Manny had his eyes set on something else. You know what they'll spin a little tale. So it'll come a little bit later if we beat Duke. And that's just my opinion. I do think that Alonzo Highsmith is already on board in some sort of way, or has been given the green light. And he's hinted at that in various different ways, in my opinion. And what else did we talk about? I got Miami getting the dub tomorrow. We talked about Lane versus Mario, all that good stuff. But I might actually wrap it up for tonight, just so that way, let's see. I wonder if they contacted Dan Radakovich, who has real connections with UM. I think that they had to, right? Because he graduated from UM previously, right? You're right, Jeff. Dan Radakovich, I think, would be on their top 2 of ADs that they're looking for. I think that it's possible that, again, the Tom Jurich just makes more sense because does anyone else ever refer to it as this? I don't know. I don't know if I'm pulling this phrase from someone else, but it's poaching season, man. It's time for, all these schools are going out and contacting current coaches and current ADs and current, position coaches and things, and trying to poach them from other schools. And I think that we absolutely had a conversation with Dan Radakovich. It just makes sense. He came from Miami. He knows what a successful program looks like by being at Clemson. Are they at the top of their game this year? No. But look at what they've done in the past. So I do think that they definitely touched base with Dan at some point. Would he have been interested? Possibly. But I think that it's also very possible that the Tom Jurich interview or conversation went very well. And I just think that, again, with him not already being somewhere, just makes more sense. It's less paperwork. It's less of a hassle. And he has also accomplished some decent things as an AD. He has. Bergie says, Rhett's last game, he's going to light Duke up like a Christmas tree. Score going to be 65-14. And you think about it, maybe he does want to show out a little bit, Bergie.
On the side of
you know
your
what
helmet.
I mean? Maybe he wants to flex.
It's been another great season with you here on the Night Before videos.
Hey, Jorn, thank you so much, man. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart. I'm serious. Thank you so much for the $20 donation, man. I don't take those things lightly. If it's $20, $200, $2, $1, it doesn't matter, man. The fact that people take time out of their day to watch the videos, and the fact that people go out and work hard for their money and then share some of that with me means the world to me, Jordan. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. And that's why I stay stressed. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't mean this in a bad way. I stay stressed because I'm always trying to better my channel. I'm always trying to make fancier thumbnails. I'm always trying to get better equipment, change my lighting situation, mess with my audio, fine-tune this, tweak that, make the next big video. So I always want you guys to be entertained and top my next video. Every year I'm trying to get new props and do new things. So it means the world to me that you're enjoying the content and that you're showing love and support. So thank you, Jordan. Thank you. And again, going back to Bergie's comment about Rhett lighting up Duke because it's going to be his last game, he kind of wants to flex a little bit. Yeah, he's not really auditioning for any other job because he's already taking a job. He's going to be a head coach, but it's kind of his opportunity to be like, you know what? Check me out. So, yeah, I think that Rhett kind of goes foot on the gas all out tomorrow. I hope and pray that's the case because we could absolutely light up that Duke defense. It could get bad because Duke isn't just bad, guys. They're bad. Like, you know, whenever you were back in grade school and you would ask a girl if she liked you or if she liked you, you know the difference, right? Back before people called it getting friend zoned. She liked you or she liked you. Duke isn't just bad. They're bad. It's tough. There were no Duke fans in here tonight, I don't believe. Not a one. And usually they are. Usually they're in here talking trash. But there was none to be seen. I didn't see them anyways. So I know that there were people that were looking forward to calling in tonight. I apologize for kind of wrapping the stream up around the 2-hour mark. But I just want to get everything squared away for tomorrow since it's a 12:30 game. I want to make sure that I have links in place because guys, we're going to get hammered with people asking for links tomorrow afternoon. Nobody's going to be able to find it because it's going to be on all these weird networks and there's going to be blackouts and stuff. So I got you, but I got to make sure that I research this and I get everything in order for tomorrow afternoon. So Joshua, thank you so much for the 5, man.
To wear you on the side of your helmet.
Burning the poser coach in the background would help improve the channel.
I got something planned for him,
This
Joshua.
is what it takes.
Don't you worry. I got something big
On
planned.
the side of your helmet.
Can't wait for new NCAA
I know, Crip.
game.
2 more years. 2 more years, Crip. If we can hold out and make it that long. We've made it this long. We can do it, bro. Thank you for the 2, Crip. Appreciate you. Are you going... Jordan, I see what you did there. Jordan. All right, man. So, like I said, apologies to anyone who wanted to call in. Coop, who you want? I'll take the Ole Miss guy. Oh, 100%, Gary. I'll take Lane Kiffin, and I'll take Lebby, his current OC. Just Lane would need to get a good DC in there. Lane would need to get a solid defensive coordinator hire. Because I don't necessarily care for what they're doing defensively over at Ole Miss, but it would be a fresh new start for him at Miami. If Lane brought... Yeah, I spoke my piece on it. All right. You guys know where I stand. So thank you guys for all the love tonight. U-Town with the top donation on the night. The big fat 50. My man going off. But we had donations tonight from Crip, Joshua, Jordan Page, Bobby. Who else do we have? Jason Armstrong, Ed, the FSU fan, James Maudsley. Let's see who else we got. Don, Birmingham Kane, Norman. Let's see, Joshua Hanna, Terry, Kerry Bell, Josh Crulitt. Geez, you guys went off. Lax Max, Kane Life. Let's see, John Bird early before the stream even started. Zane, Bergie, W.A., Kane Football Talk, Mike Williams, Rod G, and DJ. Guys, I would love to see you tomorrow on this channel for our final regular season game. Even though this season hasn't been what we wanted and what we expected, at the very least we can have a positive outlook about our future because big time changes are happening. It's not an if or a maybe. They're happening.
This is what it takes.
Tomorrow is our final regular season game, which means that college football is coming to a close. Eric coming through. Right, Eric, we are literally wrapping up, bro. I love it though. You had to get the in there. Appreciate you, Eric, man. I hope that you had an awesome Thanksgiving, bro. Thank you so much for the love. But I would love to go out with a bang tomorrow, and what I mean by that is I'm not talking donations. I'm not talking views. It's not that. When I say I want to go out with a bang tomorrow, it means a dub at Wallace Wade Stadium, and it means a bunch of you guys just hanging out in the chat, talking football, and having fun and enjoying ourselves. Because we wait all year for college football, and it's almost over. At least for us, because we're not going to the playoffs or nothing like that. And, of course, our bowl game is going to be the Duty Bowl. So, you know. Let's look at the positives, though. All right? Thank you guys for all the love. Tomorrow, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Be here. Or don't. It's your call. It's up to you. I don't know. Or sit at home and eat nasty leftovers and don't watch Coach Coop. Whatever. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.